So I'm spazzing. I'm at the point in my journey where I don't know what direction to take the channel. This is I want to say maybe day 30. It may be 40, maybe day 40. And I'm at a crossroads because I actually finally had a video blow up, but it blew up for all the wrong reasons. And some people say, what's the term? They normally say it with celebrities, like, oh, any publicity is good publicity. And when you're not a celebrity, that sounds really easy to say. Not that I'm considering myself a celebrity, but when it's not you, when it's not your life or your character being attacked, it's a lot easier to say that, but it's different when the pressure's on you, when you're the one in the spotlight that everybody's talking about, whether it's a good thing or a bad thing. It hurts especially much more when it's a bad thing. And I'm going to assume celebrities are going to feel that same way because they are human. So the video that blew up is called Getting Denied Even When You Have Good Credit and Good Income. And this is from my experiences as a landlord. Some of I knew by the title that it was obviously going to attract, curiosity, because everyone thinks like, well, if I have good income and good credit, like what else could you possibly need as, to approve me for a rental, for a house or whatever the case is. And that's true. That's the reason I made the video, is because people do assume that. And that is a huge component of, getting approved. But at the end of the day, it's not the only thing that we look at. Now, I'm speaking as a small mom and pop individual landlord. I'm not speaking on a corporate side where, they are just looking at you as a number. If they probably have some type of automatic algorithm for themselves that if you, select these boxes, it auto checks and, you guys can, get greenlit or something. I don't know. But me as a small mom and pop landlord, I have to protect my investment. And sometimes things just don't fit, even if it seems like it should on paper. And that's kind of what the video is about. And it got a lot of hate. And I kind of knew that it was going to be, let me back up. First, it actually got a lot of love. I don't want to discount that. Like there's a lot of likes on that video, and there's a lot of other landlords and just other renters who understood where I was coming from and what I meant when I said certain things. But then there was a lot of people who took it the wrong way. And I'm not a big social media person. I don't really share a lot on social media because I don't like judgment. And, I should have known. But at the same time, it's one of those things that you don't know until you know. Until you go through it, you don't really know. So at the end of the day, I got a lot of comments, a lot of hate comments, a lot of good comments, but a lot of hate comments. And, it painted me, I felt like I was being painted in a unfair light. And that's my fault, because to a degree, I should have seen it coming. And it's my most popular video. I think that video has like 7, almost 8,000 views, which is huge for a channel that's only 1 month old. But the reason I say that, it came out of, it's all the wrong reasons, is because I don't want to be known as the strict landlord, or as, just some landlord who doesn't care about people, or, that I don't want to be viewed as insensitive, because, I care a lot about my tenants, and I choose my tenants very carefully. And that's why I'm able to care a lot about them, because we have a mutual respect for each other. And another thing that I would like to caveat, if you have seen that other video, if you haven't, go watch it. But if you haven't seen that video, then I didn't make the distinction between, just because I wouldn't approve somebody with, that with good credit and income for the reasons that I stated in that video. It's actually very, very uncommon that situation happens. So again, you'll have to go watch the video to understand what I'm talking about. But the scenario that I gave in that video is just very uncommon. So the people who were upset that, I said what I said, it's really kind of a mythical scenario, is very, very rare. But if it were to happen, aside from the temporary side, there's two segments of it, and the second segment is the part that got people riled up. I don't some people got riled up from the first segment, but most people were annoyed or were upset about the second half of the video. And that is the part that's mythical. The first half is not mythical. I didn't let the people get to the application process, so I didn't see exactly what their credit was or income. As I have mentioned before in several other videos, I tried to get as much information from a tenant ahead of time before I take their money for an application. So I don't have to technically deny you or like have you waste money. I can just, move on from that, and kind of, it just kind of depends on the situation. As a landlord, you do have to be very careful with your words. And a lot of people said that in the comments too, like, I'm going to get sued and this, that, and the other. And I'm like, I've been doing this long enough to know that there's no way I would get sued for this. If you ever go to a court of law, you have to have actual proof of somebody doing something to you. You can't just say, well, I feel that I didn't get approved because of this. Like, you have to actually prove to the judge what you say is happening. And I am extremely careful with tenants. And in my state, I don't even have to give you a reason on, if you actually do apply, I don't have to give you a reason on why I declined you, or I can just simply say, I can say credit. You can have an 800 score and I can say that my requirement is 805. So regardless of the situation, like, it's very hard to have a he say, she say type of thing in the court of law. It's going to waste your time and money. So I wouldn't go down that route, but it's just still, again, it was just part of, the whole thing. So, yeah, long story short is I don't want my content to be rage bait. Like, I don't want to be known as, like I said, the bad landlord or the this or that or whatever the case is. I just want to make content that's useful and helpful to people, which a lot of people said that it was helpful for them. But it's kind of just that mix of, I'm helpful to some and then like others just hate me type of thing. And that, like I said, that takes a lot of getting used to, especially if you're not used to that. In my personal life, I get along with everybody. I mean, the people that most people don't get along with are the people that I'm able to somehow get along with. Not that we're best friends or anything, but that person wouldn't have anything negative to say about me because I just know how to blend, like how to just, just be chill. So it's weird to me to ever get like hate mail or whatever the case is. It's new. So that's why I've kind of pivoted a bit from the landlord content, is because I don't know if that's the lane I want to be in. That is my experience. And I have a lot of, knowledge and things that I can share about it, but I just don't know if that's where I want to go. Now, on the real estate side of things, I've kind of been, looking into that a little bit more because that is something that obviously I know a lot about, but also I just enjoy. Like, I was thinking of maybe doing some house tours, going out and looking at some local, some new construction in my areas. And, just kind of seeing how that goes. So I'm still, plotting around with a couple of different ideas on what I want this channel to go. I'm also confused on whether I should continue to do like just talks like this, where it's like kind of unedited and just kind of, just freely speaking my mind. Those are really easy and fast for me to film, but I still want to provide great content. I don't want to waste anyone's time. So, that's part of it. And I might do a mix. I'm not sure. So I'm constantly trying to figure out where to go. And the problem is that in order to succeed on YouTube, you have to be very consistent. And not just as far as like me posting every day. Like, yes, that consistency matters as well, posting. But posting the type of content that the algorithm is going to pick up on. So, not switching over from, real estate to stocks, to business ideas, to food, though I am a big foodie and I do want to incorporate food into this channel some way or another. But I haven't figured out how I can do that yet. I do know that I want my lane to be helpful. I want it to be in some vein business oriented, because that is just what I like. I just really want to help people with whatever I can help people with, whether that be learning from my failures, whether that be certain projects that I'm working on right now. Eventually we are going to buy another rental property. More than likely that property will be a fixer-upper. So we'll probably have to go in and do a full renovation. And if I am lucky enough to get one of those soon, then I'll definitely be documenting that and showing you guys that. So hopefully you guys can just bear with me. And I just wanted to kind of make this video. I'm debating making like a full kind of breakdown video of that video I was discussing, the getting denied with good credit and good income. It just be interesting as an analysis, you know. Like I said, I want to say that was maybe my 20th something video. So to get that level of traction so quickly was crazy. It was exhilarating. I was super excited about it, but it's like my excitement got hampered by all the comments. And I think it has like, I don't know as of today what it has because I haven't looked at it in a bit. But last I looked, it had like, oh gosh, I want to say like a couple hundred comments. And again, not all of them were bad. It was probably more good comments than bad comments, but the bad ones really hit you. You know what I mean? Like they really, if you guys make content, I'm not sure. I'm still learning my audience, so I don't know exactly where you come from. If you are a YouTuber or starting YouTube, then let me know in the comment section, because I just really want to know like how many people are watching this content that are interested in starting a YouTube channel, how many are interested in real estate as a whole or landlord content. Just any advice that you can give me in regards to what brought you here. Like, was it the thumbnail? What was it, the just my face on the thumbnail, like on the title of the video? Are you a subscriber already and you're, you know, just tuning in because you just are interested in kind of my journey, which I appreciate. Just let me know what brought you here. And if you make it this far into the video, what brought you here? And that'll really help me kind of at least veer into, you know, what lane I should be in as I grow this channel. So I really appreciate it, guys. If you haven't already, then hit that like button for me and subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. And again, just comment below and let me know why or what brought you here. I appreciate the support, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.